Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I've got two tank requests, so we're going to do a couple reviews. We're going to start tonight with the T-44, and then if I have time tonight, but possibly maybe next week, I will also be taking a look at the IS, which of course got a facelift. Great tank, one of my favorite Tier 7 tanks. Actually, these tanks play very much alike, except for the IS has way more alpha. But you can actually load this gun onto T-44. It just doesn't, I can't imagine doing it, but you could do it, I guess. The rate of fire is miserable. Anyway, so T-44 just recently got a buff. What they did was they increased the amount or rate of fire on the cannon. I don't know by how much, but I'm sure it's probably minuscule. The gun was already pretty fast firing, and this is on the gun that most people choose, and that is going to be the 100mm LB1. So we're at let's see here, 7.41 on the rate of fire. I guess it was in the 7s before, so it just probably has come down a little bit. The other option for this tank, and this is what I was talking about, you could mount this really awesomely huge 122mm gun, which is the same gun pretty much spec-wise that is on the IS. It's also on the SU-122-44. I think you can mount it on the SU-100, but you get the idea. It's the KV-3 has it. The KV-1S has a similar gun. So 175 pen, 390 damage, awesomeness. Terrible dispersion, terrible aim time, and it only fires 3 rounds a second. If you're running this gun, man, you see him once in a while, but I don't recommend it. I really don't. The 100 LB1 is a much better gun for this particular setup. The penetration is the same. The damage is about 100 lower, but the rate of fire is double. So you can do 500 damage in the same amount of time. And the gun is far more accurate. The aim time is much lower. The gun weighs less. You can carry more ammo. So the whole thing, this gun it really is a well-designed gun for the T-44. I know it kind of jumped off topic there to start the review. So T-44, how does it play? Well, a lot of people hate the T-43. I kind of liked it. It's basically, if you could take the essence of the T-34-85, bump it up to Tier 8, and give it lots more armor, that would be not a lot more armor, but some more armor. That would be the T-44. That said, the armor is not really very good on this tank. It does have good angling on this plate here, but people still penetrate, and I really find that most of the time I do get penetrated when I get hit. Sometimes you'll bounce shots, and it's fun, especially if they're lower tiers. But if you're in a high tier battle, Tier 8, Tier 9, Tier 10, be prepared to be penetrated. You're going to get penetrated. So that happens a lot. The other thing that I'm finding recently, and this is in the last maybe like 10, 15 games, I'm seeing a lot of Tier 10 battles. I don't know if it's just more people are playing Tier 10, if there's been a demographic shift, or if I'm just unlucky. But this tank usually, I would see a nice round figure of battles. Some 8s, some 9s, some 10s, but it seems lately I've been like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. That kind of sucks. And of note while playing, another thing that I wanted to bring up, this tank gets tracked a lot too. That's kind of frustrating. So get used to that. Carry a repair kit, obviously. I do the big ones. Maybe I shouldn't. I might switch this back to the regular repair kits because the tracks just break so often. I had one battle where I got my track like 6 times. I mean, they're always breaking. So that kind of sucks. But for the fun part, though, this tank is fairly mobile. It's not super fast, but for what it is, it's decently fast, kind of like the T-34-85, but better. And it's a good multi-role tank. So you sniper, and then you flank, and then you sniper again, and then you flank. Don't stay in one position too long, I find. That I do much better if I, fight one group of people, and then if it just gets hot or they start focusing on me, I just go somewhere else. And a lot of times that's going to help you be a lot more successful. A lot of times I'm the top scorer on the team because I've chosen to just go and cause damage elsewhere. Your best bet is to hit people that are busy. And that's really the true role of a medium tank, is to just to be a pest, to be on the sidelines. The heavy tanks go at it, and then you sneak in from behind and start giving them trouble, and they can't really turn to face you, because if they do, then they're going to expose their turret to the heavy. Meanwhile, you're pecking them to death from the back. So this tank is a side engager and a flanker, and so you're going to need to play it like that. So once again, let's go through the specs here. 1,300 health for tier 8 heavy. That's not terrible. Or medium, I mean, I'm sorry. My brain, bzz, it's getting late. The only other tier 8 medium I have is the Super Pershing. The Super Pershing, of course, got a buff on the armor. It was 1,450. It's now 1,500. So this one has a little bit more armor, of course, because we're dealing with all this armor up front. That's what makes the Super Pershing the Super Pershing. So I don't really have any other tier 8 mediums to show you. But I can say this is probably fairly average for tier 8, 1,300 hit points. 51 mile per hour, or kilometer per hour speed limit. I'm sorry, it's not miles per hour. It's like 35 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour. But it gets there. This tank moves up to 51 fairly easily. Now, it doesn't back super quickly, but it's sufficient. The hull armor, 90. Not great, but good angles. So if you keep it angled a little bit, you can bounce some shots. 75 on the side, 75 on the back. The turret armor is good, 120. That's not bad. You can bounce some shots off the front of the turret, and that's usually where you're going to bounce. And 100 on the side and 100 in the back. So really, your best armor is your turret armor, which means getting into a semi-hull down position is going to suit you best. The gun depression is not great on this tank, but it's not horrible. It's not as bad as some of the Russian tanks. But you will find yourself having to crest more than you would like to get that gun onto target. So there is that, and that's typical of the Russian tanks. It's just bad gun depression. So the gun, we went over this a little bit, but it's got 175 pen, which, on tier 8, it's better than the Super Pershing, but it's not great, especially when you're into tier 10. Then you really have to go to the back and sides. But it can pen the back and sides of most tanks. So, and really, this is a flanker, so that's okay, because that's what you should be doing in this tank. You shouldn't be firing at the front of tanks. If you're going head-to-head with a big, heavy tank, you're going to probably lose. So you need to just get out and move to a different position if you can, and then put yourself in a position where you can side shot. That's really what this tank is for. So 250 damage a hit. I think now this is a different gun. This tank has its own gun. It's not a gun that's found on any other tank. So, but that's 7 to 8 rounds a minute, and I think I'm probably at 8 rounds a minute with my crew. That's fairly high DPM, especially with the buff, and it's an accurate gun, so you can fire pretty far away and hit stuff. And thankfully, you get this vertical stabilizer. I would also recommend snapshot, and then the next thing this guy's going to be getting is going to be the Smooth Ride, I think is what I'm running on. Yeah, Smooth Ride is what he's learning right now. So these two guys can work in concert with each other to help that gun be even more accurate on the move. So that's cool that you can get the vertical stabilizer. So anyway, where were we? Traverses. The hull traverse is 44. That's great. The turret traverse is 48. That's even better. You can whip this thing around and get your gun on whoever's trying to surround you, so you can protect yourself. That is a very big plus with this tank. It's very maneuverable. 380 view range, that's not bad. Let's look at the 360 on the KV-13. If we go down to tier 6 on the T-44, we're looking at 360. So, tier 8, 380 is not horrible. What else do we have here? It's tier 8. Super Pershing is 390. Gets a little bit better view range because it's higher up. But, that's not bad. And then 730 signal range is pretty good. So once again, I do run the vents. I want the crew to be able to fire as fast as possible. Stabilizer obviously keeps things stable. Gun rammer keeps you firing fast. I do use the big kits with this tank because you're tier 8. You're probably expected to do or carry a little bit more, though if you have to use these, it's costly. But these do reduce, once again, we'll go over these, and I've talked about this before. This helps you repair damaged modules faster. It also fixes multiple damaged modules if you get, 2 or 3 things broken. Large first aid kit. Yeah, 15% plus 15% protection to the crew, so you have less of a chance of getting crew module damage when you get hit. just by carrying this. And then the fire extinguisher also gives you a plus 10% reduction of fire, chance of fire. So you are much less likely to catch on fire if you catch this. I rarely have to use these, but sometimes they go off. I mean, you know, it happens. But this tank doesn't catch on fire very often, unless you're hitting the back, which if you're catching on fire, you're being stupid. Now, I have found that you do get ammo racked if you're hit through this area. I'm not sure exactly where the ammo rack is. I'm not one of those that goes into like that close detail. Maybe I should, but I feel like the ammo rack is in this area because when I get penetrated here, oftentimes I get racked. So just know that and try to keep that protected. Don't get below a tank so they can hit that. You want to keep that like this if possible, or above so that you're above them. But yeah, so that's something to note. But yeah, it's a great tank. I really enjoy this tank. Let's go ahead and take a look at my service record. Boop. Got a 197, so almost 200 battles, 57% win rate. That is pretty high for me on tier 8. I think that might be one of my higher tier 8 tanks as far as percentages. I got a lot of 57% tanks, but this is one of the few tier 8s. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's the only tier 8 that's in there. Now, I don't have, those of you guys who have been watching my channel know, I don't have a ton of tier 8 and tier 9 tanks, or I don't have any tier 10s yet. I'm working on it. And there's so much to do running this channel, and I feel like I'm always trying to meet what people want and unlock a whole bunch of tanks, so there's a whole bunch of different stuff to look at. Plus, I like the premium tanks. I haven't really set a goal for myself, so the M103 is my first tier 9. I am going to eventually go to tier 10, but for right now, this is where we're at. So, yeah, so anyway, I love this tank. I'm about halfway on the research to the T-44, and I'm excited about that tank, too. That looks like a lot of fun. Of course, you know, the higher tiering you get, once you get to tier 8, you start to realize the benefits of tier 9 and 10 are that you're almost always top tank. I wonder how I'm going to do when I get there. It'd be interesting to see if I do really poorly or if I do really well. I'm hoping that I get out there, and seems like with the M103, I do very well. So hoping that's the same thing with the T-54 as I get to tier 9, and I'll let you know when we get there, but that won't be too long. Once I get my next YouTube payment, I'm probably going to buy some severe premium time, maybe like 6 months worth. So I'll be grinding a lot faster. Because, as you know, it takes a long time to grind a standard account. All right, so let's go ahead and run this bad boy and see what she does in the field. I'll probably do 2 or 3 battles. I might do 3 tonight. We'll see. Just depends on how I'm playing. All right, let's go. Man, I'm hoping things go well. The opportunity here is immense. But we'll see. The team could flub it, and, you know, not a lot of platooning going on. No artillery and a tier 8 battle. Everything opposite of what I said. So let's see if I can actually perform. Sometimes, you know, you get into a situation like that or like this and you whiff it because you're just so excited about the situation and you play like a schmuck. Plus, this is my first game of the day, so I haven't played World Tanks yet today. And I was working all day. I got a wedding finished. Hooray. I'm getting ready to go on vacation here, folks. So I'm trying to get all my things caught up that I haven't gotten done yet, and I'm almost caught up with weddings. And I'm going to focus tomorrow on property editing. But and then I helped my wife. As I've said before in some of my other videos, we are completely remodeling the downstairs of our house. So my house is a complete trash disaster. A little stressful. And so anyway, I have lots of excuses to play poorly. Oh gosh, look at our tanks. Look at the heavies. Oh jeez. Oh well. Anyway, I'm going to try to play like a champ and make up for my crappy team. Of course, I'm up here all by myself. Don't have to worry about too much because the artillery is not here, but I'm gonna push up and then get ready to run straight back. So at least camp and kill things. The SU-100Y is yelling. Good game. Good game. Frucking bots with an R. I won't say it. F-ruck. I have a friend actually. Their kid. He says. For TR, he says FR, so He's getting a monster truck for his birthday. Like, I kind of showed him my monster truck. You know, you guys have seen my videos with my trucks, and he said, "I'm getting a monster truck," and I'm like, "Whoa, dude, easy there." He's like 4. Anyway, sorry. It's not profanity. It's just almost profanity. Oh boy. M10. He probably will have a difficult time with me, but my oh. Anyway. Yeah, the M10 has worse pen than I do. Oh boy. Yeah. Come back down. Jag Panther, though, I got to worry about him. Well, we're not going to do this. Whoops. Yeah, the Jag Panther's going to... Wow. Wow, is he using the... He must be using the 122. Jeez. Okay, I'm going back. See you later, if I make it. Well, yeah, that's what happens. This is horrible. But we're winning, so... They all know I'm here. Oh, good. Our T-44 is just saying the internet shut down on them. Yeah, that T-44 blasted me hard, man. He must be using the bigger gun. And that is nice if you can get through. Uh-oh. I don't think they see me yet. He does, though. Whoever just fired on me there. Uh-oh. I can't really back out. Oh. Yeah. Well, what do you expect? I had no health left because my team sucked. Morons. Okay. What are you going to do? Yeah, not so good results. I did some spotting. Not very good team score. Whatever. That was a terrible game. And like I said, that happens. First game of the night, team completely sucked. Left me out to dry. Panther M10 tried, but, you know, he's a tier 7 tank with a crappy gun, so what are we going to do? All right, 2 more. Here we go. Hopefully they'll be better than the last one. It's shocking to me that a team can... or that players can get to tier 8 in a map like Malinkova or Malinkova, however you say it. They can get to that map and play it from tier 1 all the way up to tier 8 and still not have figured out that you have to push the hill. I mean, this map, yeah, there's different ways you can go. Lots of maps, there's different ways you can go. That map... And pretty much, you know, I've seen people win without doing it, but it's so rare. It's so rare. Yeah, this definitely has gotten better, the gun. I mean, I think I was a little bit over 7 seconds before, and I'm under 6 or under 7, so... Anyway. But yeah, so it's like if you haven't figured out by tier 8 that you need to push the hill, and really, 80% of our team stayed at the base until it was too late. It's over. I mean, you shouldn't be playing the game. You should be playing Battlefield or some kiddie game like Call of Duty. I'm just kidding. I love Call of Duty. I was just getting some ribs going on those of you who... Anyway. So here's a tier 10 match, or tier 9 match, I'm sorry. Primarily tier 9, primarily tier 8 actually, so not bad. It happens. And this is probably more akin to what you're going to see. You're going to be closer to the bottom than the top, and that's okay. That's what this tank is designed for. Though, like I said, it will be more fun when I am in the... Oh, what was that? Boink. Yeah, he won't be able to penetrate me. Oh! That had to be... I don't know, because we both have small guns, so I must have ammo racked him. Though, that Pershing did a lot of damage. Wow. Dude. Now we're going to have an RNG issue. You, me, RNG. You, me, RNG. Oh, ouch! Oh my gosh. 600 damage. What the flip? I gotta get out of here. I will not be able to penetrate that STI, and I'm really in a bad place. Wow. Man, I am just playing like crap tonight. Jeez. Yeah, and I can't get. He has to be hit from the side, so I'm gonna get out of this. Get out of here because I don't want that ST1 or STI or whatever. It's STI, I think, is the proper terminology. What else was here? IS-6. Gotta put you in your place, buddy. Come over here hunting after me. Yep. Come to turn his armor. Come on, guys. Take the shots. That IS-6 is going to kill me. Oops. Where did the IS-6 go? He ran away. Wow, I can't believe I'm still alive. That was a lucky bounce, that T-34 3, man. That was... Okay, so we need to reinforce over here because this is not doing so well. The T-30's got full health. So what do we have coming up here? This is bad, bad, bad. These guys are pushing through. He's waiting for me. I don't know if I can... I don't really know the Conqueror that well to know where to hit him. And obviously the side, but the front's not a good... Oh, man, did he... Wow, that was quite a shot. Man, he turned his turret and fired on me and hit. That was crazy. Well, you know, considering where I was in the map, I did pretty good. I can't believe I lived as long as I did, to be honest with you. But that, I think that battle really kind of exemplifies how you have to play this this tank. And I want to see what happens, but we'll pick up Amex 5100. I don't know if he's reloading or if he's just afraid. But man, did you see? I mean, that shot was incredible from that. Whatever that tank is called, but I beat him up pretty good. So, oh no, kill the Waffentrager, yeah. Oh, 8100. I am going to get one of those. I did decide. I finally bought the other Amex back, the Conqueror. That's who I was shooting. So, but that was a really nice shot on his part. If you get a chance to rewind that and watch it again, that was, wow. This guy's just ripping them apart. That was a nice play on his part, but that was an incredible shot. I hit him on the side. He wasn't even looking at me, and he just whipped around and hit me. That was beautiful on his part, honestly. So, hats off to the guy that killed me. But yeah, that to me, that is how this tank should be played. You can't, you know, I saw what needed to be done. I got into their faces and kind of just you stick it in their craw. You're a flanker. You're not really supposed to go head to head. And you saw what happened when I went head to head with those tanks. I got beat up pretty fast. So. I honestly I'm shocked that I survived as long as I did. I thought that second hit from the STI was going to kill me, but you know, thankfully I survived. So long enough to do some good. So let's see how the score comes out, and then we'll run one more battle. So that was a much better game than the last one, and I actually got more credits. No, I didn't. Okay. First victory of the day. Yeah. What did I tell you? And this is not uncommon to be in a Tier 9 or Tier 10 match. I thought the Amex 5120 was a Tier 10. Was I reading that wrong? I didn't see any 10s on there, but I think... No, I guess it's the 50B. So, yeah, that's a Tier 9. That's my next tank. So, yeah, so here we go. I did great. I really scored high and did a decent amount of damage. Really, I was second or third highest on damage. That's great. I mean, this tank really... can dish it out, and so I mean, if you're Looking for something fun. This is definitely it. Now, you did see how easily I got killed, though. I mean, I got ripped to shreds. I wished that STI hadn't been there because he just really smashed it into me that first time when I got it around the corner there and was trying to get that T-34-1 off his perch. He did the little surprise attack and really gave it to me. So, but yeah, still a great game. And considering I missed half the battle, I did pretty well. So let's go ahead and run one more, and then we'll call it a night. It's the last battle. All right, so I suck on this map pretty much. Let's see what happens. All tier 8 match. They have a hard top tank, and we have a soft top tank. Got a couple platooners going on. I don't know. We'll see what happens. This could be interesting. They got a lot of premium tanks on both sides, so as we all know, some of these premium tank owners are not very good players. You really hate to see a tier 8 premium tank when they have like 1,000 battles. It's like, oh man, we're in trouble. Basically throwing a tank away. Whoa, I came out way somewhere where I didn't want to. Looks like they're not very happy about their MM, so that makes me a little bit happier about what's going on here. But look at the spread. That poor Easy 8. Let him come up here. I'll finish him off once he gets up here. Make him think he's safe. And there'll be no backing out. Oh my gosh. Well. Sorry, buddy. I feel bad for him. He's the little fella. Oh, brother. Look what I found. I'm going to pay for this, though. He's going to know I'm here really quick. Try to break his track. Dag nabbit. I gotta move out. So much for... Man, and I had that dude. That sucks. He's got a sucky gun. Oh no, these guys are over on my side. Oh, brother. Shoot, I don't know where to hit the SU-100. Or the 101, I mean. In the front. Gotta back off. Dang it, I whiffed. Oh well. Trying to stay below this guy's. Got it going tough here, man. Ugh. Dag nabbit. Come on. Thank you. Wow. Got 3 kills. How did I do that? I don't feel like this game went that well. Oh my gosh, they're in our frickin' base. Oh, lordy. Right. Pulled the trigger, nothing happened. Love that. Alright. Well, that was a good game. I don't know if we've won or not. It's really close, actually. They could. Our team is completely failing right now, so it's close. We'll see what happens. Man, this was a really close game. Wow. Oh, man. T-32. Yeah, we got this. What is the M43 doing? I have not seen a single shot of artillery come from that dude. I guess he's got 2 kills. Wow, I mean, this is like, could this get any closer? Oh my gosh. Oh, brother.
Track repaired. Drive on.
Oh, it's so close. We're going to win. Wow, that was a close game. And so with that, we end the night. We have a victory. Not a bad team score. I didn't do that great, though. It was pretty low. Killed a lot of little guys. Took some damage. Got beat down pretty good. Yeah, that's a typical T-44 battle. So, yeah, I really like this tank. And it's a lot of fun. I do lose occasionally. It's not perfect, but, you know, it is a fun tank to play. And it's pretty mobile. You have to be pretty... you got to use tactics with it. But this is definitely a worthwhile tank to grind for. And I can't wait to see what the T-54 is like. I hear that it's even better. So, anyway, have a great night, you guys. I will see you around. And be sure to subscribe. Once again, we're going to be going on vacation here. Not this week, but, well, the 16th through the 30th. So... we're going to be, my mom's coming down to house sit, and we are taking off for Florida. It'll be a lot of fun. I think my oldest son might stay for a little while longer. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but it's going to be a fun trip. So anyway, if things slow down, then it's because I'm on vacation, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Never mind. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Talk to you soon. Bye.